Hi everyone, hope everybody is doing okay and you are ready for another week of learning. This week we are going to be reading a book called Along Came a Different, and it's written by Tom McLaughlin. Don't forget that the special name for somebody who writes books or stories is the author. Before we get started on our story, I want you to get your thinking cap on. I want you to have a think. What does the word different mean? If somebody or something is different, what does that mean? Okay, let's start. I hope you're all sat comfortably. Here we go. The Reds loved being red. They wore red hats, sang red songs, and ate red apples. They all agreed that being a Red was the best thing ever. Then, one day, quite unexpectedly, along came a different. Now the Yellows loved being yellow. They ate yellow bananas, read yellow books, and they drove yellow cars. They all agreed that being a yellow was the best thing ever. The problem was, the Yellows didn't like the Reds. They thought that their apples were too round, their red hats were too pointy, and their red music was much too loud. And so, this happened. Turn that music down, it's too noisy. And then this. This is my corner and I saw it first. Then, quite unexpectedly, along came a different. The Blues loved being blue. They slurped blueberry shakes, twanged blue guitars, and wore blue bow ties. Have a look. They all agreed, of course, that being a blue was the best thing ever. Problem was, the Blues didn't like the Reds or the Yellows. Your red hats are silly and yellow bananas taste horrible. Now there was trouble. Uh-oh. Well, we don't like blue bow ties. Red songs and blue guitars make far too much noise. And more trouble. Keep your red hats and yellow bananas out of this area. This bit is for Yellows only. Nobody except Blues admitted here. Only Reds, no Blues or Yellows allowed. Things began to get sillier and sillier. Can you see what they've done? They've all made their own little area and nobody else is allowed to come in. Until they decided to draw up some rules. Let's have a look at the rules. Only Blues can walk in the blue area. Nobody except Reds are allowed in the red corner. Stay away from bananas by order of the Yellows. Reds, keep your hats to yourselves. Blues can only play in the red corner if they give them some cheese. Number 6, no ball games. Okay, some ball games if it's sunny. No talking to each other, no sharing, and no being friends. Want you to have a think here, one. How would you feel if you were at school or at home, somewhere with your friends or your family, and the rules were that you weren't allowed to go into somebody else's space? People didn't want you to come near them. They're not going to share their things with you, and they didn't want to be friends with you. How would that make you feel? Pause the video now. The rules seemed to work for a while, and all the differents were happy in their own space. But then, quite unexpectedly, along came another different, and another, and another. Have a look at what these differents are saying. They seem to be saying nice things this time. Then a really different arrived. Get ready for this guy. Check how cool he is. This really different liked red apples, yellow bananas, blueberry shakes, and every type of music. Now, year one, I want you to have a think about what makes you different, what makes you special. Have a look at the talk prompts on the screen and have a chat with your adult. Suddenly, the rules didn't seem to matter anymore and everybody forgot about them. The difference soon started to feel a lot happier, and finally they agreed on something. They agreed that being different is the best thing ever. I hope you guys enjoyed reading that story with me. I think it was really lovely how the difference finally realised that it's actually good to be different and that you should accept other people for who they are. Can you imagine how boring it would be if we were all the same? We all did the same things and looked the same and liked the same things. It'd be rubbish. So I thought it would be really nice for us to do is to think about the ways which we are different and things that make us special. So we're going to be writing 4 sentences today. The first sentence, which I want you all to write no matter what, is I love being me. Don't forget your capital I and your full stop. And then I want you to write 3 more sentences all about the things that you like, things that you love, things that you do, things that make you special. I've written 2, and I'm going to write my 3rd sentence now with you guys. So I had a think and I thought about the things that make me who I am. And I think I am different, or I am me, because I am a good big sister. Also, I like running outside. I was also thinking that my 3rd sentence is going to be about how I love eating big pizzas. So I'm going to need how many words? I love eating big pizzas. 5 words. I'm going to start with my capital letter I, finger space, I love, finger space, E, thing. I love eating, finger space, finger space, big. Going to come on to the next line. Pizzas. And what do I need at the end of my sentence? You guys all know this. It is a full stop. Let's read through it just to check. I love eating big pizzas. Okay, over to you guys. Don't forget, you need to write this first sentence, I love being me, and then 3 sentences to talk about what makes you different, what makes you you. If you really want to challenge yourself and write an extra special sentence, I want you to do what I've done and include an adjective. Don't forget that an adjective describes something. Off you go, guys. Good luck. Okay, guys, we are going to move on to some maths now. I want you to have a think back to our story towards the end when all the difference had come together and they were having a bit of a party. I want to know how many difference there were all together. So we know that there were 4 reds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 reds. We also know that there were 4 yellows. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see how many more difference came along towards the end. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I want to know is how many difference there were all together at this party. You could draw out the shapes and the difference like I've done at the top here and count along. You could write out your number sentence or your equation. It's a long one, but I know you can do it. You might want to use some tens frames where you can draw in your difference. So I've got my 4 reds there. I'll draw in my 4 yellows. 2, 3, 4. Need to draw in my 4 blues. There's only 2 spaces left. So I'm going to need another tens frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want to draw in 5 more difference for all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would just count them all up. I know I've got 10 here, so I'd count on 11, 12, and I'd keep going. You might think of another method which you'd like to do, maybe a number line. Your choice. The more you can do, the better. How many difference were at this party all together? Now, if you are feeling like it's an extra special, clever day, and you've got your thinking cap on and you want a challenge, once you've done all this and you've figured out how many difference were at the party, I want to know how many there would be if 3 difference went home. So we wouldn't be adding anymore, we would be taking away, we'd be subtracting, counting backwards. How many difference would be left at the party if 3 went home? I know you can all do this, so good luck. Okay, year 1, I have one final task for you today. What I would like you to do is to create your very own different. Now it can be any shape, any colour, it can look however you want it to look because this is your different which you are creating. What I would like you to do is once you've created and drawn, coloured in your different, I want you first of all to write the name of the shape which you have chosen for your different. So if your different is a circle, I want you to write the word circle. Same if it is a square, a triangle, a rectangle, a diamond, whichever shape you have chosen, I want you to write that word underneath. Then I want you to write some sentences to tell me all about your different and what it is like. Maybe you could tell me what it likes to do, what it likes to eat, does it play football, does it play an instrument, whatever you think that your different does, I want to know about it. So I want you to write at least 2 sentences. If you can write more, then that is perfect. I'm going to show you the different which I created this morning. So my different is a heart shape. So I've written the word heart underneath. Then I've said that Heart wears a pink bow, which you can see. She sings beautiful songs. Heart loves to eat strawberry ice cream with lots of sprinkles. So, your turn to design your own different. It would be amazing if you could ask your adult to take some pictures of all the work you've done today and you can get it up on our Purple Mash blog, and I will be ready and waiting to look at all of your amazing work. I'm so excited. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Stay safe and keep being amazing, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.